Hello, everybody. This is Joshua Hayes at BigWaveTrading.com coming to you with part one of our stock market wrap for April 22nd. First off, to go ahead and let you know, I can't give you the information on the IBD 8585 as Investors Business Daily has not put it out yet, or the IBD 100, and I cannot get you the volume statistics on the S&P 400 or the S&P 600 because Investors Business Daily has not come out with them yet, so I do apologize. However, if you have daily graphs at home, you can come back later on and check out the IBD 100 and IBD 85 to see how it acted. And for now, we'll just look at our indexes. So let's go all the way out using the plus sign so we can look at the indexes the maximum ability that we can on the price chart. And we can see that we're still, if we use these points along here, we broke to the downside. If we connect all these lows, we broke to below that important trend line on the 20th. However, since the 20th, we've held up very well, moving up the past 2 days, about 1.35%. So, as long as we can hold the 50-day moving average and the lows of the recent sell-off that we just had in NYSE, I'd be happy. Today may look kind of negative overall, obviously, because it opened higher and closed lower. But later on, I'll tell you why it wasn't for me, at least. And then we have the NASDAQ, which is the leader. And look at the relative strength line today. NASDAQ was up 0.14%. Why isn't my chart necessarily moving so quickly? I'm not sure why. So let's go back here. And there we go. Okay, finally it's moving. Thank goodness. Okay, anyway, look at the pop on the white line down there. Boom, 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 boom. Look at volume, higher than the day before. Look at the price, though. Now, there is good news about this. It opened at 1630, closed at 1646, higher than the open, and also 1643 to 1646, higher almost 2.5 points, higher than the day before. But still, even though volume was higher and it didn't close near the high of the day, and it also had a mini reversal like the New York Stock Exchange, which is even weaker against the S&P 500. But I'm going to show you actually something very strong. Look at that. That's pretty ugly. That looks like a shooting star after the failure of the uptrend. S&P 600, however, you can see, I hope we can get the volume to really show you. It was up 0.62% today. I hope we can see heavier volume because that would actually be really good. And if you look at the past 2 days, it's been up 4.37%. And if you add it with the sell-off, it's only down 1.37% over the past 3 days. So even though it did break its uptrend line, the S&P 600, it's still, as you can see, almost right back above it on a closing basis, if not back above it. 252 might be where the line might be stopping at. I'm not sure, but look at how close it is. It's very extremely close. So, like I said, it's probably already over it. So that's very good. It's retaken what was a support line, became the resistance line once the mini breakdown. Now it's back to being the support line again. So congratulations to SP 600. Later on, the IBD, hopefully, daily graphs will have the volume. You can look at the volume. Now let's look at the mid-cap 400. Mid-cap 400, awesome. It was up 0.30% today. And as you'll notice, the relative strength line, very strong. As you'll notice, since the December lows, the mid-cap 400. And let's look at the S&P 600. But that didn't start getting shown to March, so S&P 400 is leading for this year. However, compare all that to the NASDAQ with, as you can see, going out to November, or the very early part of December. I mean, this has been the one on fire. And just look at the relative strength line today. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Now, what I wanted to tell you is that you can see how these indexes didn't close at the highs of the day, right? So it looks like probably most of my longs probably would have reversed or something, and your longs would have reversed. But before we go even look at that, let's bring up oil to see if it's even up. Yep, down 0.21%. You notice the tail holding the 50-day moving average. Let's look at platinum. Platinum, nice intraday reversal. Opened at 1161, closed at 1170. Nice bounce off the 250. We're about ready to have a golden cross. However, it's not the best golden cross because the 200-day moving average is not tilted up. If after this golden cross, they play around and they kiss each other a few times, and then eventually you have a golden cross with the 50 cutting above the 200-day moving average line and uptrend, that would be awesome. But right now, it's nice to see some support there. Let's look at silver. Silver holding the support after the breakdown below the 200 when everybody said silver was going to break wide open, proving that opinion can be wrong and to trade against it, you can do it if you're a short-term trader. It's up 4% since it's breaking and it's going to go much lower. The same thing was said on gold whenever it fell to 867.90, and I think that's because it closed below the 870.20 previous low. And because it closed at the 870.20 previous low at 867, people were expecting it to break wide open back to 800. Instead, for the past 3 days, you'd have had a gain of about 2.6%. So watch out what people say. Opinions don't always matter. And like I was going to show you, the NYSE closed weak. The NASDAQ closed weak. Let's get in close. The S&P 500 closed weak. However, today I had many stocks up. Let's see. Let's do how much they were up today. I'm on my laptop over here so I can see the true returns. Let's see. So here's my gain. So you look at S&P 500 down 0.77%. Here's my portfolio. Up 11.58%, up 8.53%, up 7.39%, up 7.10%, up 5.57%, up 3.21%, up 1.67%, down 0.27, down 0.45, down 0.50, down 1.87, down 2.68. Another one that's going to be a full cut loss. It's going to hit a 12% loss. However, it was only a sub 50 cent stock, so if anybody put more, I didn't even put rent money in it. So if you don't know how much money I put in rent, okay, you don't know. But if you know how much money I put in rent, you'll know that I didn't even put money into that. And when you live on Maui, you got to live it cheap if you can ever find a great bargain, and I did. I live in a nice place for very cheap, but still, I couldn't even put rent money into that one. And then there's another one that was a really good one that was down 12% today, which is not good. However, it's still up overall. Let's get the reports tracking out. Let's see how much that one is up. It is still up 2.28% in my account, and that's what I was going to show you. Right now, in my account, it's up 40%, up 25%, up 23%, up 20%, up 13%, up 9.75%, up 6.8%, 6.9% rounded, 2.7%, 2.54%, 2.28%. Then we're down to one's down 1.96%. However, it's not at a cut loss area. One's down 4.11%. It's still not at a cut loss area, and it looks beautiful. One's down 7%, and another one's down 7%, and both of those are very close to being full sells. They've already been partially sold. And then the one that we're completely selling that didn't even have $500 of my money in it, didn't even have $1,000 of my money in it. Didn't even have 500. That's right, I have 1,500. Blah blah. Not being very smart there. However, it was down a total of 21%, but overall the portfolio wasn't even a 1% hit. So as you can see via my returns, we're doing very well out there, and it feels great to have days like today when you have 11, 8, 7, 7, 5, 3% returns in markets that are down 0.77 and in markets that are down 0.92 and in markets that are only up 0.14. So let's keep it up. Hopefully this uptrend can continue. I'll try to show you the IBD indexes in part 2 tonight. I will have part 2 and part 3 for subscribers. All right, guys, I love you all, except for you, Sandy Wright. It's funny how much you don't like me, but you keep on coming after me. Wow, you're a persistent one. I got to admire that. Aloha.